Yo, we are back, and today I'm running a lose and delete my build challenge. It's pretty late into 2K24. 2K25 is right around the corner. I felt like I might as well make it a little interesting to end the year. I'm going to play one game on each of my builds that can actually dribble, anything I can possibly take to the 1v1 court. For every game I win, that build is safe. For every game I lose, that build will get deleted. This one's crazy. Watch all the way through. Drop a like, drop a sub, turn the notifications on, and let's get right into it. All right, getting right into game one here. I'm going to pop my build up on the screen. I'm using a 6'6" guard. Pretty offensive heavy, but we do have some perimeter defense on it. There you see our opponent. Hasn't played too many ones games. We might get lucky. Might be able to keep our build with this one. Still don't want to mess around though, especially with the price of builds this year. I mean, I probably spent a good $75 just getting this build upgraded. First possession, I'm going to be wide open, easy green to start the game. And honestly, as you're going to see throughout the video, the hardest part is going between builds and switching different jump shots. Like changing between them the whole time is not an easy thing to do. Second possession though, I'm going to get a nice easy dunk. Third possession, we're already up 4-0. Wide open again, bang, 7-0. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident. I pull this one, end up bricking, but we are up 7-0. We do got a little bit of defense on this build, so let's get a stop. I completely stopped moving for some reason here. He's going to end up driving by. You can see he's cooking up. Nice easy layup for him, 7-2. One bucket was enough, though. We're going to go ahead and shut him out the rest of the game here. Let's lock up. He's dribbling around, not really too sure what he's doing, but he pulls up a close shot. He's going to miss that. We're dribbling this one out and going to blow by for an easy dunk, making it 9-2. Take this one over to the left. He's biting on this crossover every time. I'm going to get another easy dunk. I might be rim running, but I don't want to shoot too much if I'm not shooting well, especially because I do not want to lose this build. This has been my main guard build all year. He ends up not playing here for a second. I'm dribbling way too much. I should have shot it a couple times, but I'm going to get open, make it 18-2. One more bucket, and my favorite build of the year is secured and safe, and I don't have to worry about it. We're taking this one off to the right. Going to get wide open again, pull up, and green. First game in the books. My 6'6" ISO guard is safe. We kind of got bailed out with our opponent there, I'm not going to lie. As you're going to see here in a second, I was not shooting the greatest, but that's okay. We got the job done, and let's get on to game two. All right, getting right into game two here. I'm going to show you loading up my player. I just want you all to know this is my first game on this build. So I went right from the tunnel, no cuts, all the way into the game. Sped it up for you though. I'm going to throw my build up on the screen here. You can see I'm using a 6'4" guard with no defense at all, but super solid on offense. Another build I don't want to lose, and we are up against a 6'6" point guard. And as I'm telling you, my build doesn't have any defense. We start on defense. We got to get a stop here. He might have had a layup there, but he ends up taking a fading mid-range, and he's going to miss. We tracked on the rebound, and that's going to be huge. Any stops we get on this build are good because we do not get them often. Blow by, scooper layup. I'm going to abuse the layups this game, I'm not going to lie. Like I was saying in the first game, this jump shot's a lot faster than my 6'6" build, so I got to get used to it. So I'm going to try to get as many layups as I can, get my takeover up. Because at the end of the day, I don't care if I'm rim running. I just want to save my build, save my money. So I'm going to blow by again and get a third scooper layup. There's nothing he can do to stop it until he does right there. He gets the ball back. We got to fight for a stop. Again, no defense on this build. He ends up breaking me. I'm falling out of bounds, but he bricks wide open. I'm going to go ahead and flop, let him know. We did get broke, but it is what it is. At least we got the ball back. That's massive. And now you're going to see this possession. He's disrespecting me a little bit. He's playing pretty far off. He sees me driving by. I'm going to stop in the corner. Step back, wide open, first jump shot, bang! And that's going to go ahead and put us up 9-0. We got the jump shot down a little bit now at least, and he has to respect it. This is the possession right here. I remembered I can fade mid-range on this build, so I take a horrible shot, get my own rebound, and lay it in to put us up 11-0. As you can see by the score now, he ended up putting up 9 points. He was doing this back and forth thing the whole time. I'm not really sure what he was doing, but he's literally just sprinting side to side and trying to fade mid-ranges. Thankfully, he misses this one, and we're able to come down with the rebound. We're going to go ahead and dribble it out. Feeling pretty confident now. Got another stop. Feeling the jump shot. Wide open. Bang. That's going to put us up 14-9. This was my main rec and pro-am point guard all year long, so another one I really don't want to lose, even though it's the last 2 weeks of the game. So I'm going to go ahead and drive by him here, try to get in the paint, Euro step, and end up giving him a layup. Up 16-9, I ended up missing a jump shot. Got to play defense once again on my build with no defense. But I'm pretty confident leaving this dude open at this point. He hasn't been shooting well all game. He gets a couple open looks. He's hesitating. Bricks wide open again. And now we are back on offense cooking up. 16-9, behind the back, step back, wide open. I'm going to go ahead and green that one, make it 19-9. And I must not have clipped the last bucket, but I did end up winning 21-9. Thankfully, he wasn't shooting too well. We were able to secure this build, keep it safe. And on top of that, not have to delete something I put a ton of time and money into. Let's get into the next one. All right, you can see here again, coming out of the tunnel, not making any cuts. Sped it up for you though. I want to make sure that we see that we're coming right in, playing our first game. I'm going to throw the build up on the screen here. This is going to be a game with my 6'8" all-around ISO build. This build's an absolute beast. I haven't played on it very much recently, but it's a really good build. Definitely don't want to lose it. As you can see, we're going to be going up against a 6'6" guard and switching jump shots yet again. Going to have to get used to this one quick. This guy was not bad by any means. First possession of the game, 2K's got us playing defense first again. We're going to go ahead and get a quick stop, but he's going to get the rebound, dribble it back out. We're going to have to get 2 stops in the same possession here. This build's got pretty solid defense, so I'm not too worried about it. He drives in, tries to dunk on me, and can't get it to go. We pull down the rebound. We're going to be able to get a wide open 3 right off the rip here. Haven't used his jump shot. Bang! We're greening our first shot after not playing on this build in probably 3 months. I don't know, it's something about these 6'8s, but the jump shots are so smooth this year. Wide open again, I'm not missing. He finally decides to play up. We're going to go get a nice easy dunk, make it 8-0 off rip. Next possession, drive in, Euro step lay, 10-0, nice and easy. He can't really stop me, I'm not going to lie. Then he kind of gives up on defense, goes straight back, sits in the paint, leaves me wide open. You already know I got this jump shot down. I'm greening this one too. That'll make it 13-0. And at this point, he quit. I'm not going to lie. I spoke too soon earlier. This game was way easier than I remember it. But I do end up getting stuck, shoot a little bit too deep, and he gets the ball back here. He's going to go ahead and get 5 points on the board, but we're going to bait him into a 3 here, get that ball right back. And I really don't want to risk losing this build. I'm going to get in my bag, start fading my mid-ranges. This build has a super high mid-range, and I kind of forgot what these builds were good at when I was starting the game. But as you can see, I remember here, greening this one wide open. And at this point, we all knew the game was pretty much over. He's just going to sit paint. I'm going to fade 3 more mid-ranges and pack him up out of here. 17-5 with that one. Get the ball back, pop sharp take, fade to the right. That'll make it 19-5. Feeling really good. I really want to keep this build. Fade 1 more to end the game. That's 21, and we get to keep this one too. All right, and going into our last build here, we are on our 7-foot, our Wemby build, whatever you want to call it. Again, entering the theater for the first time. This is our first game on this build. I'm going to throw the build up on the screen now. This build is a ton of fun this year because it's like a 7-footer you can ISO on. And we are 3-0 going into game 4, so major risk of losing this build here. And we end up going against a 91 overall, 6'7" power forward. My stats on this build are not very good, but it really is a do-it-all kind of build. And yet again, we started on defense, have to get used to a new jump shot again. Going from a 6'8" jump shot to a 7-foot jump shot really isn't as easy as you'd think. But first off, we got to get a stop. He's going to step it back, shoot a wide open 3 and brick. We're pulling down the rebound. Then he ends up following here. We're going to get the ball at top of the key, drive by him baseline, and throw it on a crazy dunk to start out the game. Some of the dunk animations you get on this build are so glitchy just because he's so big. Pause. But then we get this crazy poster with no stick dunk. That's going to put us up 4-2. We got a little bit of takeover going. We're going to pop a mid-range here, green that one, 6-2, and then follow that up, throwing a little between the legs dunk, make it 8-4. This build is honestly way too much fun. I can't believe they let us do this on 7-footers this year. You better believe I'm finding the first build I can possibly do this with on 2K25. Stay tuned for that, but we're going to go ahead and fade another mid-range, make it 10-4. He's rattled. We're getting it back. He's not even moving on defense. We're going to go take our easy dunk. I do not want to get rid of this build. Got the ball back here. And honestly, if you're getting blown by on a 7-footer, you have a different kind of problem, but I'm going to throw it on another between the legs dunk. This possession here, I'm not going to lie, he was boxing me up a little bit. You kind of expected that when I'm dribbling on a 7-footer. He's 6'7". We do end up taking him to the post. This build has some pretty good post control, so we got to use that to our advantage. Drop step in the paint, get a nice easy layup. And now that I see that's working, I'm going right back to the post. Nice little crossover, taking him back in the paint. He's jumping. I miss a wide open layup somehow, but I get the own rebound. And then I get a nice big green window. We're going to make it 20-4 with that layup. Now it's looking nice and sweet that this build's secured. I'm not going to lie. If we go 4-0 in this video, that's crazy. Not have to delete a single build. We end up dribbling off to the right. He's jumping for some reason. We get a nice easy dunk. 4-0 on the video. We are not deleting a single build. The pressure's on. We're not crumbling. I'm going to throw a screenshot of my games played and my win percentage before I started and after I finished the challenge. As a upper, you can see 4 games played. The win percentage went up. I showed you guys everything without cuts. All the builds coming into the park. We just won 4 straight, went crazy on all of our builds, and we are not deleting anything going into 2K25. This was a ton of fun putting a little bit of pressure on myself. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like, drop a sub on your way out. We have a ton of bangers coming for 2K25, and I will see you in the next one.